Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the red carpet at the Just Like You Film's second annual NICKIS Awards here at the Midland in downtown Kansas City. It is a beautiful event that we have for you tonight. I'm Alexis with the University of Kansas Health System. The University of Kansas Health System is so proud to volunteer for this amazing event with our entire crew here. Take a look at this gorgeous venue for Just Like You Films, the NICKIS. We have a fantastic award show and gala and fundraising event tonight, and this is all to contribute to Just Like You Films' effort to make the world a kinder place, one film at a time. We have so many incredible guests that are beginning to arrive here on the red carpet at the Midland, and we're going to try to grab them as they come in and interview them and introduce you to them. You're going to recognize, though, several of the faces because we have some big names here tonight. We have former NFL quarterback, we have two stars of The Bachelor, we have a very big mover and shaker with the Kansas City Chiefs. We have so many wonderful guests for you tonight, and they are approaching the red carpet. In fact, speaking of the Kansas City Chiefs and NFL quarterbacks, I believe I see Trent Green and his amazing wife, Julie, approaching us. Hi, you guys. Good to see you again, Trent.
How are you? We're going to, yes, we're doing that. We're doing that.
Hi, how are you? I am so happy to see you both. Julie and Trent Green, you're the star of the autism film, or one of the big stars of the Just Like You film. How did you get involved with Just Like You?
Well, first off, Jen Greenstreet, who started Just Like You Films, friends of ours. She asked me to be involved with it. Then we ended up winning an Emmy for Just Like You Autism. So that was a great response, and this just continues to be a great event, gets bigger and bigger. The impact that her films and Just Like You Films are making around the world has been tremendous, and we're just happy to support it.
And I see you nodding your head yes vehemently, because when Jen Greenstreet asks you to do something, it's really hard to say no to her, right?
It's hard to say no. Jen is very persuasive and is amazing in what she does. So these films are really, really good.
And you've been such a supporter as well. What do these films mean to you, and what does it mean to see your husband have such a prominent role in one of the Emmy Award-winning films?
Movie star, Emmy winner. He's an Emmy winner. No, it's exciting to be a part of it, and obviously it does such wonderful things for the community and around the world, and so yeah, it's great that he's
We'll let you guys go get seated and mingle. It's going to be an amazing event. Feel free to go right down the red carpet. Thank you so much. Have a good time. Told you we had some big names that were coming in. I see people coming. I see Jen Greenstreet over. Let's just get a shot of Jen. She's not going to come talk to me yet. There she is in the beautiful. Am I going to get you? Do I get okay? I don't need any note cards for you. I know you so well. This is Jen Greenstreet, the CEO of Just Like You Films. Where do I begin? One, you're one of my best friends. Two, you have such an amazing story on how you started Just Like You Films. Can you talk a little bit about the impetus for what you do?
Sure. I started my professional career as a prosecuting attorney, and I got to a point in my life when I was having children where I was transitioning out of the legal career, and I had a friend ask me to become involved in a nonprofit effort with Children's Mercy Hospital to raise money for the burn unit. And we went down there and we met Nikki Stang Johnson, named the NICKIS after her, and she asked if we could put together a video to help kids in the burn unit just kind of go back into school and help their friends understand like what they've been through. And they're going to be wearing a pressure garment. They're going to have to get certain, they're going to have to go do things that other kids don't have to do. So, and it just helped them understand that they might look a little bit different and may do things a little bit differently, but they're still a kid just like you.
And tell us a little bit about how Nikki was caring for the burn survivor. The burn survivor was also a friend of your little girl. Nikki was her nurse, right?
Yes. So Caroline O'Brien, she was 10 years old. She was really good friends with my daughter, Whitney, who's coming tonight. And Caroline was here last year, but she lives out of town now. So, so it was Caroline and Whitney, and they were going to raise money for the burn units. And the moms got together. And I was like, I'm a lawyer. I really don't do nonprofit. But I was kind of trying to say yes to everything because I didn't know where I was going next. So I said yes to meeting with Nikki, and Nikki had the idea to make the video. And it's just like the rest is history. I just kept saying yes, and 15 years later, 16 years later, I'm still saying yes. So.
Well, I was just talking to former Chiefs quarterback, NFL quarterback Trent Green and his wife Julie, and they say it's impossible to say no to Jen Greenstreet. You say yes when she asks you to do something. And I think she left out a part. I mean, let's just stop and think about this. How many people, when someone says, you know, we should probably do more, they make a movie, quit their job as a prosecutor, and then just start making more movies full time. I get goosebumps even thinking about it, because every movie you make changes lives. They save lives. You have done such a service to the community and to the world with all your films being distributed everywhere, and we just love you so much. And the University of Kansas Health System is so proud to be here to support this mission of Just Like You Films and your event. So thank you for inviting us to be on the red carpet.
I'm so grateful to you guys. I'm so grateful to the University of Kansas Health System for doing this red carpet and helping us get the word out about Just Like You Films, so they can get out there and do their good work and help people understand and know better and do better.
I love it. Okay, I'll see you later on throughout the show and the award show. Okay, Jen, thank you. Bye. Jen Greenstreet, such an amazing person. If you don't know her, you should, because your life is better when you know her. I promise you that. I want to tell you a little bit about the newest movie that they made, that Just Like You Films has made, about anxiety and depression. We have a trailer for the film, and if you're new to Just Like You Films, there's an important documentary that you can take part in. There are many documentaries. This is one of them. So let's take a look.
It's like I am drowning and everyone's telling me I am not.
I feel trapped and that no one can help me.
It makes me shake and sometimes cry.
Sometimes it feels like I can't take it anymore.
It makes me want to run and hide and lock myself in my room.
I'm convinced that the world is having one big old party and everybody's invited except for me.
Physical cloud that comes over
Things that usually make me happy can cheer me up. It just feels easier for me to lay in bed than do any of the things that I
tell myself horrible stories about my future. Like, I will lose my job, I will lose my house, I will lose my relationship.
Like I'm drowning.
And a lot of time putting on a mask.
And I'm helpless.
That's how depression feels to me.
Excessive anxiety impacts my thoughts every single day.
There are 2 ways my body works that I'd like to tell you more about.
2 ways my body works that some people have a hard time understanding.
Just like with any other medical condition, they can worsen and become extremely severe, even life-threatening.
I live with an anxiety disorder and depression.
I do too.
So do I.
The worst thing that happens to anybody when they're going through this is to truly believe that they are the only one in the world going through this and that nobody else will understand. But when we begin to share our stories with each other, somebody can say, I understand. I'm just like you.
Just like you.
Just like you.
Just like you.
You.
Just Like You, Anxiety and Depression is really a beautiful film. I remember seeing it in the theaters with my family. Just amazing. And you recognize a couple of those faces, I'm sure. Ryan Lefevre, the announcer for the Kansas City Royals, and then Abby Eden, who recently retired as a big-time popular news anchor at Fox 4 here in Kansas City. Both beloved figures, and both speaking very candidly and openly about anxiety and depression, something that until recently, people really haven't felt comfortable to talk about, and that's one of the things that Jen Greenstreet with Just Like You Films does and makes such a difference, is she makes it okay and welcoming, and you feel safe talking about these things, and these movies really do change that. And I think we have three more very important guests. We have Dr. Ashley Simmons, her husband, Mr. Chase Simmons, and their beautiful daughter, Lily. We have the Simmons family. Dr. Ashley Simmons with the University of Kansas Health System, one of our amazing cardiologists. In fact, you're the director of the cardiac center.
I was a founding medical director of the Adelaide C. Ward Women's Heart Center.
Founding medical director. It's a very fancy title. Basically, she's a really big deal.
No.
What's it like to be married to such a big deal?
No.
It's amazing. It's intimidating.
Well, you're kind of surrounded by powerful women, because Lily, you're on the youth board of advisory. How did you get involved with Just Like You Films?
We had dinner with Jen one night, and we were kind of talking about how much I admire this program and how amazing she's been, a role model to me, and my mom kind of being involved with it since forever. And you know, she just asked me to join, and I just was like, it would be amazing, so I did.
I mean, and y'all are more than involved. You're the honorary chairs of tonight's event. What's it feel like to have such a big role in something so important that's really changing lives?
You know, we did this really we're first of all honored, but to support Jen and Bill, who are such inspiring people and really took something that I think all of us would love to do, but they actually saw it to fruition. They said, what can we do to help, when they saw a friend of theirs child burnt, and they're like, how can we help? And so they said, you know what, showing a film for when this child goes back to school so that they aren't ostracized by a physical deformity like a burnt leg. And so she took it and ran with it, and then went from burns to cancer and kids going through chemo to Down syndrome to anxiety, depression. I mean, you name it. It's kind of amazing what she's done, what they both have done.
It's amazing because, again, we've talked about this. When someone says, what can I do to help? You don't normally then expect them to quit their day job, start a new job, and start a movie company and make movies to change lives. So thank you for everything that your whole family is doing for Just Like You Films. We are so thrilled to have you here, and I'm just very excited to have someone else from the health system here. This is amazing.
No, it's a fun night.
Have a beautiful time. Thank you. Lily, thank you. Bye, guys. As you can see, one person after another coming to say they wanted to do something to help. They were asked, you know, hey, can you help out? And then they drop everything and do something as monumental as this at the NICKIS Awards, all to support Just Like You Films. And we have, I see two familiar faces headed my way. We have Joe and Nicole Strauss, the DJ of the night. Come on in. Thank you both. So how long have you been DJing?
Probably for about 20 years, actually.
Yeah, probably together at least the last 7, and then myself probably another 5 before that. So
you're like the DJ duo. How did you guys meet?
Oh, that's a really long story. We have the Nelson Atkins Museum and Kansas City Two-Step to actually thank for that. So that's the short version.
What do you feel when you've seen the progression of Just Like You Films and how it has transformed from a small organization to now this huge, beautiful thing on the red carpet at the Midland? What's it like to be the DJs for the night and to have such a big role in this event?
Well, you know, we also DJ the after party, but, you know, for me, watching it grow from where it was, and I've been with them 2 years now, and I'm the executive producer of their NICKIS Awards this year. So for the last 2 years, we've been producing it, and listen, it has just grown. It's an amazing event. Like, this is really putting this on not just the Kansas City map, but on the world stage, and it's just beautiful to see.
And to direct the whole show, this is a monumental undertaking.
Yes, go ahead, babe.
It is. It's an honor to be able to be here and be, you know, impacted by the films and all the people who have such wonderful stories and wonderful, impactful things to say during this event. And then to be the soundtrack for the event and the after party is always amazing. So.
Really, you guys are the reason the event is happening so smoothly, and you're keeping it going. I don't even know how you were able to sleep over the past few months organizing everything.
A lot of meetings, a lot of conference calls, a lot of Zooms, but you know what? Just a lot of great people behind the scenes, and a lot of hours of really, really hard work to come through and put a great production together for Just Like You Films. And we're just proud that they chose To The Max to really just put that on for them.
Well, you both look amazing. Talk about a power couple. Can we just get a full shot of this beautiful couple here? You brought it. You brought it, and you look amazing. You guys have a great night.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
This is fun. Each set of guests just gets better than the next. I can't wait to see who comes to me next. And whenever Stuart, our producer, take a look at Stuart. He's hustling. He's got his headphones on. Can we show Stuart? Hi. Oh. Hi. Nice to meet you, Elizabeth. Good to see you. You look gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I love the purse.
Just Like You Films for such a long time, and she's such a good friend. And yes.
Was it one of those cases? I'm seeing a pattern. Jen asked you, and you said yes.
Well, I just feel like Kansas City's so lucky to have Just Like You Films in the city and do amazing things and be a conveyor of being more sympathetic and empathetic to all kinds of issues in the world.
It starts one person at a time. Start Jen, and then she asks someone, and she asks someone. I mean, we're both here because Jen asked us, and we're like, okay, yes, ma'am. And here we are. This is great. I love your purse. Now I got to do like an E-entertainment thing.
Yeah.
Who are you holding on your arm? Who's that person?
Halls. This is called Gia.
Gorgeous. I love it. Alex, you got to zoom in on that purse. Gorgeous. Well, thank you for everything. Thank you for joining us on the red carpet. Okay, I wanted to show Stuart. I got to show you, Stuart. I know you didn't want to be. Come here. First of all, you're rocking the tie bar.
Thank you.
You look amazing. I want to show Stuart's shoes. He brought those red carpet ready shoes. Stuart is our newest producer here at the University of Kansas Health System, who is producing our red carpet coverage. Stuart, what's it like to be on your first red carpet for Just Like You Films?
So far, so good. It's early in our kind of show, so we'll see if we can avoid any landmines. But honestly, a lot of fun. You've been able to see around, kind of a really nice red carpet experience, and I'm just excited to meet some more people. We see who is coming up next. In fact, I see some faces, so I don't want to spend too much time in front of the camera. I love being behind it.
Logan's tearing out his hair because our director, you took your headphones off, and that's Logan's portal to communicate to you. So I'll let you put those in. Sorry, Logan. I know you want to talk to Stuart. I just had to pull him onto the camera because we got to give everyone a shout out. And I think some more guests are headed our way. You also see Susan Williams, who is directing traffic over there. She has her headphones on. And it looks like we have some more people headed for the red carpet. This is so amazing. Second annual NICKIS Awards, named after a nurse who took care of a burn survivor at Children's Mercy Hospital and was such an inspiration, really the impetus for the first Just Like You film on burn survivors, Just Like You Burns. So if you haven't gotten a chance to see that first film, you got to check it out. All the movies are on the Just Like You Films website. We have an Emmy-winning film, Just Like You Autism, and one of the stars of that film is Trent Green, who you may recognize. He was a Kansas City Chiefs quarterback, and now he's super involved in Just Like You Films. Ooh, and I've got another note card handed to me. Who's up next? Nat Mundell, Voyage Media CEO. Hi, Nat Mundell. How are you doing? Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful to be here. What an incredible event, and what a venue.
I haven't met your better half.
Tiffany.
Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Tiffany. This is incredible to have such big-time media moguls who are here. How did you find out about Just Like You Films?
Well, so Janice is the mother for whom the true story that we're making into Rise and Shine. We started developing her movie. Eventually, we got a great script and a great director, and the director is friends with Jen. And when we met Jen and we heard about the mission of Just Like You Films, we knew it was a great fit. Just from a values point of view, but also from getting this movie out into the world and with the right context. So it was a great fit.
And are you all based in LA, New York? Where are you based?
LA.
So you flew out from LA for this event specifically?
Absolutely. Yeah, wouldn't miss it.
We are thrilled to have you. Thank you both for being here, and thank you for joining us on the red carpet. You look amazing.
Yeah.
So do you. I love your suit, and I love your shirt.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Nice to meet you too. Oh, go ahead. Just walk on down the red carpet. Give it a wave. I'm going to trade out these note cards for that note card. Ooh, Robert Midas. We have Robert Midas approaching me. Robert is Voyage Media head of production. He also ran Michael Douglas's production company for 7 years. He's working on Rise and Shine. Robert, thank you for joining us.
Hi, thank you, Alexis. Thank you. We're super excited to be here. I'm here with my wife, Jaconda.
I was going to ask, who's your gorgeous date?
This is my gorgeous
Giaconda Midas.
Giaconda Midas.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And where are you both based?
Los Angeles.
So you also flew into Kansas City just for this amazing red carpet event.
Absolutely. We wouldn't miss it for the world.
Now, how did you meet John Greenstreet?
Through a mutual friend, Randy Wooten. He's also a producer. When we were developing this project, Rise and Shine, I reached out to Randy, and he said there's this extraordinary organization called Just Like You Films. And I cannot say enough good things about Jen and what she has created here with this organization. I mean, all of us get into filmmaking because we want to tell stories, and a lot of times it can feel like a job. You know, it's an assignment, it's a job you work on, but then there's projects where it's a story that you want to make for the right reasons, a story you want to share with the world. And to do that through a nonprofit is incredible. And so I'm so grateful to have met Jen and Randy and everyone at Just Like You. Their mission statement of bringing empathy and kindness through film is much needed in today's world.
Right.
And yeah, exactly. And I'm so excited about what we can do together. And then this is our first time in Kansas City.
Oh, it is?
Wonderful city, by the way. Great barbecue. It's living up to its reputation. Beautiful town. And we're just honored and grateful to be here.
Now, did you already have barbecue? Like, when did you arrive?
Today. We arrived yesterday, but we had barbecue for lunch today.
Where did you eat barbecue?
We went to
Stacks.
Stacks. Yeah.
Jack Stack?
Yeah.
Jack Stack, very good. I got to ask what you had.
I had the combo.
The combo's good. The three plate combo.
No, we had an event tonight, Alexis. So we gotta be fit and trim for the event. So I had brisket and ribs, and we have everyone we've been asking like, what's your go-to? And everybody has a different favorite, which is amazing. And we probably won't get to all of them this trip, so we have to come back.
Yes, you have to come back. So you can't go wrong with Jack Stack. I say, I might get flack for this because everybody has a different opinion and it's always very passionate. I really love Q39. And now Q39, and I like their onion rings. I know it's not barbecue, but I dip it in the barbecue sauce. That's my pro tip.
High five.
So, thank you.
We're on the same page, Alexis.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
What did you have, the burnt ends?
I had the burnt ends, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, you guys have a great night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is amazing, and thank you for everything you're doing.
All right, thank you.
I'm going to trade out my note card again because I have Stu here. Thank you, Stuart. Who do we have next? Janice Steele, who is the mom of Terry Steele. Janice, come on in. Thank you so much for joining us, Janice Steele. And who's your amazing date?
This is my husband, actually, Doc Steele.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. I want to ask you a little bit about your daughter because she's the inspiration for Rise and Shine. And Rise and Shine is based off her book, and it's a true story. Tell me about your daughter.
Oh, my daughter, absolutely adorable. And every sense of the imagination. She was full of joy, full of life, never met a stranger. And everyone who met her instantly just fell in love with her. She was a shining star, and she still shines today. You know, she's passed away.
Yes.
She had special needs, but she didn't allow her challenges to define who she was. And like I said, her light still shines today. If I'm out around a friend or maybe a Sunday school class member and I mention Terry's name, all I have to do is mention her name and they just light up. I mean, that's just the impact my daughter had on people.
Huge impact, and the fact that she's inspiring so many people today, her light is still shining bright. It's like a beacon, and that must make you feel a certain kind of way when we talk about this.
Yes, it does, very much. I mean, it's just amazing when she started this journey, I never thought it would come to this. I really didn't.
And how did you meet Jen Greenstreet, the CEO of Just Like You Films?
We grew up in the same town.
Jean Greenstreet.
Oh,
Jean Greenstreet, Just Like You Films.
Oh, we just met this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, you just met this weekend?
Well, yeah. See, we met with Voyage Media originally.
Yes. Voyage Media.
For the movie, and Voyage Media brought Jen Greenstreet on board.
Right.
To co-produce the movie.
Right.
So, and I've just fallen in love with her. She's precious.
Yeah.
But I love all the people at Voyage as well. It's such an exciting journey.
We love that you're here at the NICKIS, and thank you so much for supporting Just Like You Films. I hope you have a really lovely evening, and thank you for sharing a little bit about your daughter. Can I give you a hug?
You sure can.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Really nice to meet you. You guys look lovely. You both look lovely. So many people, so little time to interview everyone that comes across the red carpet, and we still have some very big name guests coming up. In fact, we have Moria Stonestreet, my girl. How are you?
How are you?
Oh, you look good. I love this.
You look great.
I love seeing you on the red carpet. You are such a huge supporter of Just Like You Films. How did you get involved with Just Like You Films, Moria?
Well, actually from a wonderful person we both know, Kathy Donovan, both know and love. So she introduced me to Jen, and we then decided we needed to work together, and I suggested Just Like You Anxiety and Depression, and I helped produce.
You're the executive producer of Just Like You Anxiety and Depression, and Moria, you're the reason why that movie happened. You had that idea, and it's such an important story to tell. What's it like to see your idea go from up here to on a movie screen?
It's really emotional because of the topic and the subject matter, and that we're able to show it to people that it's changing lives. And so that right there is all, I mean, it's just amazing. And I'm so happy that Jen ran with it and did such an amazing job with it, and that we get to like see it and help people with it.
I would think it's safe to say it's saving lives.
I hope so. Yeah.
And I think it's so special how the narrative is changing and the vibe is changing, and it's becoming encouraged, and it's okay to talk about these things. In fact, it's encouraged to talk about these things, and I think that's beautiful. Does it feel like the change is in the air? Can you feel it?
I do. I feel like the stigma is slowly starting to be worked, and where people are speaking up. A lot of men, we're seeing men say, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay not to be okay. And I'm just like everyone else. Everyone else has these feelings. And I think we are chipping away at the stigma.
Well, you're a huge part of that. Also, fun fact about Moria Stone Street is that you can find her pretty much every St. Patty's Day at Brown's Irish Pub. And what time do you arrive?
I'm not sure. I'll be at the Bloody Mary bar, so come see me.
Like 9 a.m. you start, right?
Yeah, early. So
she's working it. She's not drinking Bloody Mary starting at 9 a.m.
Yes, I help my friends. They're wonderful people. They're huge Kansas Cityans, and I'm glad to help do anything I can with them. So
thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful night. We can hug. Okay. I love you.
I love you.
Have a great evening. You look great. Moria Stone Street. She is so amazing. Just a wild card. And we have Michael Stagliano, who is tonight's MC.
I am.
My gosh.
And you're Alexis?
Yes,
Can I
Alexis.
hug first?
I love hugs.
Yeah.
I love hugs. Okay. Huge name, MCing the Just Like You Films Nicky Awards. Mm-hmm. How did we get you? How did we get you to do this?
It's a really good question. Gosh, so it started, I guess, a year ago when Just Like You Films came on as a financing partner for a script that I wrote called Rise and Shine. That's how I met Jen, who's the head of Just Like You Films. And then fast forward like 6 months after we met and we're working on the project and producing it, she came out to LA for a meeting, and at a dinner she was like, hey, would you host this annual fundraiser event? And I really mean this. It took me less than 1 second to respond yes, because it's a very powerful group of women behind Just Like You Films that I'm honored to support. So that's the connect. I met Jen and she asked me and I said yes.
Well, you're a screenwriter for Rise and Shine, and I want to tell our viewers a little bit more about Rise and Shine. Can you talk a little bit about the story, the plot, what it's about?
I can, and I'm going to do it this way though. There's a woman named Janice Steele that wrote.
We just interviewed Janice Steele.
Yep, she wrote a book. I adapted the screenplay from the book that she wrote. That happened about 2.5, 3 years ago. And I haven't met Janice in person ever, and she's here tonight. I think I saw her.
She and her husband Doc are here.
Yep.
So they're awesome.
So the story is about their daughter and them, and I don't want to spoil anything other than saying it just means a lot. It's kind of for the cerebral palsy community, and it's just a really touching story about a normal teenager who's just like you.
That's the perfect
that plug. Did you see the plug? You see what I did with the plug? Okay. Anyway, it's really rad. You should see it when it comes out in like 2 years.
2 years. We can wait. We're patient.
Yeah.
We waited for the Chiefs to win another Super Bowl, and guess what? They've won twice in 3 years.
Congrats. Really, it's been an impressive run for you guys, I must say. I'm a Packers fan.
It is an impressive run. It's still going.
That's true. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say past tense, but yeah, just well done all around, Red Chief Nation. You guys you're really great.
Have you had barbecue yet? I got to ask you the Kansas City question.
No, but my driver on the way in, his name was Ken. He talked for the 40-minute drive for 30 minutes about Kansas City barbecue. He sold it really well. His 2 sons own a spot, so I haven't had it yet. But I will, I promise, before I...
Do you remember what his sons own?
I want to say Spitz.
Spitz. Okay.
That's not it, though. But
Spitz?
It's something like that. I know it's 2 sons.
Okay. Think about it. Come back to me if you remember.
I'm going to bring you some.
Because we'll give them
I'll bring you some barbecue.
Okay. Yeah. I won't say no. I don't know how it's going to happen, but if it happens
I don't know either, but I'll talk to Jen, because you know Jen, right?
Yes, I know Jen.
Yeah, I'll bring you some tomorrow.
Thank you for emceeing this event. Can't wait to see you in action up there. Really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too, of course.
Thank you. You too. Have a great night. This is great. I love how they just keep coming to me. I don't have to grab anyone. I look to my right, and then, hello, how are you doing? Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
I have Clayton Eckert. We know you from The Bachelor. What season we're unfortunately.
No, it's fine.
That's great. You look amazing.
Well, thank you. This is probably the best I've ever put myself together. I had no help either, which is nice.
No help? Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's admire this. So no one helped you? You picked the whole thing out?
I don't know if I should have tucked in the turtleneck. I'm not really sure.
I like it. I like it tucked in. Yeah.
I've just, and then, you know, a couple of these things I bought yesterday, hopped on a plane, and here we are, so.
Now, you live where full time?
Scottsdale, Arizona.
Okay, but you're no stranger to the Midwest because you played football for?
Missouri Tigers.
That's
right. MIZZOU, yep. So I miss it, and I think I still got a good player or two in me, probably.
Really?
Maybe. Like one player or two, and then I'll pull a hamstring or blow my knee out, something like that.
I don't want that to happen. I like you walking the red carpet. Yes, we don't need you wheeled along the red carpet.
I'm able-bodied tonight, so we're going to keep it that way. If I get a couple drinks to me, though, who knows? Maybe I'll line up in a three-point stance and see where things go.
All right, I want to stay till the very bitter end of this because I want to see if you wind up in a three-point stance.
Well, I will say everyone's safe because I can't move in this suit. It's it's tight. So everyone should be safe.
That's the look. So, okay, let me ask you about Just Like You Films.
Yeah.
How did you come to know about Just Like You Films, and how did you come to be here on the red carpet at such a cool event?
Yeah, so actually Michael, who you were just talking to, reached out to me. We have that connection with the Bachelor Nation, so he knows that I'm really big into mental health. I've been utilizing my platform to try to reach out to individuals and destigmatize the conversations around it. And so yeah, he sent me a DM. That's how it is nowadays. You reach out to people through the DMs, and he said, hey, I would love for you to be a part of this. What we're doing here is incredible. And I took a look at the website and realized that it would be awesome to be a part of.
I was just talking to Mario Stone Street, who was the executive producer of Just Like You Films, Anxiety and Depression. And I just love that one person after another is coming on the red carpet and talking about how important it is to talk about mental health. Was there like a moment where you thought, that's it, I've just got to talk about this, this is ridiculous?
Yeah, for me, I mean, I've been vocal probably since around college when I started finding a support system of individuals that would be willing to have the conversation and wouldn't weaponize it, but what I was saying, but instead would take it in and would also interact and share their stories as well. The show and the experience just was a catalyst for me to really ramp it up. And I've had a lot of incredible conversations, people reaching out online, and I realized that this is why I'm doing it, is because I feel purposeful for the first time in my life, and it's a really cool thing to use your platform, and every day you wake up, you realize you're making a difference.
Well, we love having you here. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great time. And I got to see if you do go into like a stance and start throwing football. I don't know if we have footballs around here, but I want to see it. I want to see it. Make sure it happens.
Stadium or something, grab one.
Whatever happens, can it happen on the red carpet?
I'm not making any promises.
All right.
I've made too many promises that have been broken in the past. So.
Okay. Hey, I like the honesty.
Yeah, just gonna be. I'm a straight up honest dude. That's one thing I have going for me.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
You too.
I want to give you another look while we look at the crowd that is gathered here at Just Like You. If Alex, you can spin around here at the Midland just to set the scene. This is a huge event where there are hundreds of people that are coming here, and it's all to support an amazing event, Just Like You, the NICKIS, the Nikki Awards Show and Gala fundraising event named after Nikki, who is a nurse at Children's Mercy Hospital in the burn unit. And this is what inspired Just Like You Films. And this was the impetus for the very first film, is that the CEO of Just Like You Films, Jen Greenstreet, her daughter had a friend who was 10 years old at the time, was badly burned in an accident, and nurse Nikki Stang said, I wish there was a way we could show some sort of movie to prepare the children in the school for what this little girl might look like, some differences to her legs when she returns to school. And the CEO of Just Like You Films didn't exist at that time. This was just Jen Greenstreet, who's a Kansas City gal. She said, you know, I can make that movie. And so she made a movie about burn survivors, and it changed everything. It inspired another dozen films that have been shown all over the world to change the world and make the world a better place. And beside me now, I have Zay Romeo. Do you recognize Zay? Because I do. Zay, you were a semifinalist on The Voice. Yes. You had the 4-chair turn, which is amazing. What did it feel like when that happened?
Oh my gosh. I mean, so a little secret for the insiders. So the sound that the chair turn makes, the like whoosh, it is like edited in after. It's like edited in like way after in like the post edits. And so I was singing my song and I like did not notice. I had my eyes closed and then I opened them and like all of a sudden like Kelly Clarkson's facing me, then Nick Jonas, then John Legend. You know, it was like all of a sudden you like have these like 4 celebrities facing you, and to be fair, I thought no one was gonna turn. I went out there and I was like, my legs were shaking, my hands were shaking, and I was like, man, like no one's gonna turn for me. And then all of a sudden they were all facing me, and I was like, you know, so yeah.
So where did you grow up?
So I am from a town called McKinney, Texas. It's like right outside of Dallas. It's awesome little city. I grew up there, and then after college, I moved to the Houston area, and then now I'm here, Kansas City.
Well, you moved back to Kansas City to start your own youth ministry. Is that correct?
Not necessarily to start my own youth ministry. So I work at the United Methodist Church of the Resurrection, and I'm the youth worship director there, and I'm helping like rebuild something and helping build a program there. That's really incredible and really awesome.
Well, we're lucky to have you in this community, and thank you for being here and supporting Just Like You Films. This is really incredible. I hope you have a great night.
Yes, thank you
and
so
you
much.
Look fantastic.
Thank you.
I need to do the red carpet moment. We have to show Zay's outfit because you are looking good. I love it, and I love your shoes.
Thank you so much.
They match your glasses.
Yeah, and they do. They match my glasses.
Yes, I love it.
The gold moment. I got to sing at the Plaza Lighting, and so I wore these exact same boots.
What was that like to sing at the Plaza Lighting?
Oh my gosh. It was like absolutely crazy. I know that like I like remember like walking out and at like 6 o'clock, and I'm like, it's a good sized crowd. I walked out at like 7 and could not see the end of they were so packed in there. It was so crazy, and it was incredible. Probably one of my favorite things that I've done so far. So yeah.
There's lots more to come. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, and feel free to continue walking the red carpet. Joining me again, and now we have Carrie Williams, who is a Children's Mercy Hospital cancer survivor. Hi, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
How long have you been a cancer survivor?
Oh my goodness, I was diagnosed in 2004, and then I finished treatment in 2006.
How are you feeling now?
Absolutely amazing. I just had my first baby 7 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh,
so
congratulations.
Lots to celebrate.
7 weeks ago. You look amazing.
Thank you so much.
Boy or girl? And name?
Her name is Addison.
Oh my gosh, that is fantastic. Well, we're so happy to have you here on the red carpet for Just Like You Films. What does it mean to you to be part of an organization that makes movies like Just Like You Cancer?
Yeah, so when the cancer film was made, you know, it was made in order to explain to kiddos, you know, what their classmate might be going through, that the cancer wasn't their fault, that you can't catch the cancer, and what you can do to make your classmate maybe feel a little better. And so the fact that we can send that video out to schools to educate other kiddos about what their friend might be going through, it moves mountains for those kids.
Do you feel like it was different when you were little, and do you see things now that are changing that you wish had been that way when you were surviving cancer?
Definitely. Well, back in 2004 when I was diagnosed too, we sent the DVDs out to schools. It wasn't as easy to send the links out to people, or you may notice in that film the slide phones and the iPod Nanos and all the things that are a little outdated in that film now. A lot has changed since then.
A lot has changed for the better with understanding. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hope you have a great night. Thank you. We're going to move this way a little bit and see if we have more guests heading. That was Carrie Williams, a cancer survivor. She was treated at Children's Mercy Hospital. Ooh, I want to tell you a little bit about a movie that Just Like You recently made. It hasn't been released yet, but it's about food allergies. It is such a cool movie. I got to play the part of a news reporter, which wasn't much of a stretch in that movie, but it was so much fun. It's a dramatic telling of what it's like to have severe food allergies. And now sometimes people just don't get it, and they don't get the severity, and it's just the sweetest movie, and it really inspired so many people I know who've already seen pre-screenings of it to really change the way they think about food allergies. So let's take a look at that trailer.
Hi, I'm Mandy Kearns.
I have a son with life-threatening food allergies. In his short 12 years of life, I've had to rush him to the ER 7 times for anaphylaxis. Over the past 12 years, I've seen Giles' food allergies be misunderstood, stigmatized, and even the butt of jokes and bullying. But I get it. Before Giles' first reaction, I was a teacher, and I had no idea what life was like for children living with food allergies. When Giles had a life-threatening reaction at school, I realized too many people are like I was. They just don't know the reality of what life is like for kids with food allergies. That's when I decided to take action.
I am starting to get to the point where I can't breathe, and I'm feeling nauseous.
It is a literal matter of life and death.
To help others have the same type of wake-up call I had.
I knew that I should EpiPen myself, so I did it myself.
I think it just hurts more, especially after knowing the pain of having a reaction, to see people think it's a joke when it's not.
To give them the chance to witness life with food allergies firsthand through the power of film.
Hi, I'm August Maturo. You may know me from Disney's hit series Girl Meets World with Ava Kolker.
Hey, I'm Ava, and we are super excited to announce that we are teaming up again for the first time since we were 9?
Yeah, I think 9.
That's crazy.
We are reuniting to create a feature-length docudrama hybrid unlike any other.
Just like you, food allergies.
Ava and I will show audiences exactly what it's like to navigate a dangerous food allergy bullying situation
that ultimately ends up with Augie in life-threatening anaphylaxis.
This film will make a big difference to kids living with food allergy. I know that because I am one of those kids. I've lived with food allergies my entire life, and I wish I would have had a film like this to relate to at times when I was struggling with my own allergies. We believe this project will help get rid of long-held food allergy myths.
And topple dangerous stigmas that lead to ostracizing and even bullying.
We won't only show it on the flat screen,
but we will also bring the audience inside the screen with us through the magic of virtual reality.
VR. Never before have children living with food allergies had this unique opportunity to connect with others dealing with their condition.
Through the power of 360 immersive storytelling.
Join me in this groundbreaking effort to give kids like Giles, the chance to be seen, to be heard, and most importantly, understood.
This project is only possible with your support. Join us by donating whatever you can.
Any amount makes a difference.
Help me make the first ever docudrama and virtual reality film, Just Like You Food Allergies.
Together, we can end bullying, raise awareness,
and create a kinder world for kids living with food allergies through the power of film.
Because when you know better, you do better.
Love you guys.
Bye.
We're back here live on the red carpet. I have a huge crew of people. 2 young, handsome gentlemen, 2 gorgeous couples here. I'm going to start with the guy in the middle, Tim Hakes, and his beautiful wife, JC Hakes. Tim is the board president of Just Like You Films. Tim, how did you get involved in Just Like You Films?
You know, it was the luck of the draw. I've known Jen Greenshoot for years and years and years. I've admired Just Like You Films for 10 years or longer and always wanted to get involved with it. When she asked me, I just jumped at the opportunity. Super excited to be able to do it.
And you have a very powerful woman next to you, your beautiful wife, JC. Look at this gorgeous statuette, and she's so smart and powerful. Like, everyone feels better standing next to her. JC, what do you think about Just Like You Films and being here on the red carpet?
Oh, I just love Just Like You Films. I think it's an amazing way to reach lots of kids and just to let everybody, lots of kids, lots of people, I should say, and to let all the people and children know that they're worth something. And I think it's good to have something good to look for. And so I really appreciate what Jen and her team does.
Thank you for being part of it. You guys are amazing. I love hanging out with you guys and seeing you guys at all these events. And you have another powerful couple, yes. 2 power couples. Come on over here. Introduce yourself to our cameras.
Yes, Lance Larson and my beautiful wife, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren. Thank you for being here.
It's an honor to be
here. Thank you.
How did you get involved with Just Like You Films?
Well, we were introduced to this event through Tim and JC Hakes, and we came last year, and it was so powerful, and we were really moved, and so we're just honored to be back tonight and share it with another group of people like ourselves. So,
what are you looking forward to most tonight?
Well, I think just echoing what Tim and JC said, you know, last year was such an amazing event, and if you look at all these amazing people, the decor, the venue here at the Midland is just amazing. We're so happy to see the growth of Just Like You Films, and we think this is just the beginning.
It sure is. Thank you so much for being here. Now I want to get to the young guys on the other side of me. Wait, I didn't mean that the wrong way. You guys are young too. Whoops. The younger guys on the other side of me. I'll fix it later. I'll fix it in post. Guys, tell me your names and who you're with.
I'm Burke. I'm with Tim and JC.
I'm Aiden. I'm with my mom and dad, or Lance and Lauren.
What year are you?
I'm a sophomore.
What school?
At Rockhurst.
Okay, and what year are you?
I'm a sophomore at Rockhurst.
Wait, you know my son Kingston then?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. I got to get him to the next event. What's really cool is seeing teenagers at an event like this. What does watching these films mean to you when you see these movies about making the world a kinder place?
I just think it's better for the community to be, nicer. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Are you going to try to get these movies shown at Rockhurst?
Yes.
Good answer. Let's make it happen, guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
You guys look very handsome. Have a great night.
You too.
Enjoy walking the red carpet. This way. Thank you so much, Tim.
Thank you, Alexis.
Thank you. Thank you for a great night. It's getting close to the start of the evening, but we have Mandy Kearns, the executive producer of Just Like You Food Allergies. Thank you so much for being here. That was such a fun film to see in progress. You worked your tail off on that.
Yes, it's been such a fun experience, and you're one of the stars in it too.
Well, I made a cameo as a news reporter or a news host, which was so much fun. Thank you for asking me. It's a pleasure to volunteer to do that. What inspired this movie?
So my son Giles has severe food allergies, and he's had multiple reactions, and people don't understand the stigma behind food allergies and what it's like to live with it, and it's such a serious life-threatening condition. And he had a reaction, and it was time to take action and to help educate people.
Can I ask you a little bit about Giles and the reaction? Was it in a restaurant or a party, or someone didn't mention that there was something in the food that he was allergic to?
Right. So his last one that really caused me to take more action about to make a film is it happened at school. So he was given a bun that contained an allergen, and some protocols maybe weren't followed that were supposed to be followed. So he luckily at 9 years old is able to give himself his life-saving medicine and saved his own life.
As a mom, just hearing another mom say that made my heart just skip a beat a little bit, because
it's telling you that.
I think it's just as stressful on a parent to send their child out into the world and fear that people won't understand food allergies or won't understand the severity. So this movie that you have produced is really going to impact a lot of people. When can we see it?
Well, that's the best question of the night, I think, or the biggest question of the night. So we are hoping, it's a three-parter, so there's a narrative piece that we will roll out on its own as well. That will probably be out, that'll be out sooner. I can't give a date. But then it's going to be a docudrama and then a VR piece. And a VR piece will be out pretty quick, too. We're going to roll that through the festivals and then hopefully get it into some medical centers and get it to really where people are going to learn from it and help raise awareness and education and help break the stigma.
Mandy, thank you so much for everything that you do for Just Like You, and that movie is going to be beautiful. I've seen it in action, and it is top notch. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Have a great evening. And something that Mandy was talking about, feel free. Something Mandy was talking about is that when you have other health systems get involved or be a part of this, it really becomes almost like a group effort, which is why, working with the University of Kansas Health System and my whole team here on the red carpet, we were so happy to volunteer. and take part in this super cool red carpet coverage, because we support Just Like You Films and the Just Like You Films mission. And speaking of red carpet guests, we have Ali Condi, star of Just Like You, Anxiety and Depression, musician. You are also playing tonight. Hi, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's such an honor to play at this event.
Tell me, you're a musician, so what is your specialty? You sing, you play an instrument?
I play the cello, but I also a little bit of guitar, ukulele, and I sing a little bit as well. So
I've heard you're so talented and your music is amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm very excited for tonight. Rehearsals went well earlier today, and yeah, I'm just happy to be here.
I can't wait to see you performing, and I have already seen you really sharing part of yourself in Just Like You Films, Anxiety and Depression. What inspired you to be a part of that film?
Really just spreading the word about mental health issues and anxiety and depression, and to kind of release some of the stigma that comes with all of that, and to kind of share the word to the world that it's okay if you're different, but you're also just like everyone else. So
what's been the response from your peers seeing you in the movie and hearing about what you how you've boldly shared your journey?
Yeah, I think it definitely has stripped some of that stigma down. I noticed people being a lot more open with me about what they're struggling with, and I think that's really okay to just struggle, and I think a lot of us do, and it's really awesome that people feel that I'm open enough to tell me about what they're going through. So
it's okay to struggle. That is such a powerful sentence.
Yeah, it is okay. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to have depression and anxiety, and it doesn't mean you get to be treated any different or anything. It means that you're just like the rest of us. So.
Well, thank you so much, and I cannot wait to see you perform tonight, and thank you for being so vulnerable and open in Just Like You Films, Anxiety and Depression. Have a wonderful evening, have a great performance, and feel free to keep on walking the red carpet. Thank you. I want to talk a little bit more about the behind the scenes of Just Like You food allergies. We talked to the executive producer, who talked a little bit about what inspired her to be the executive producer, is that her son had a horrible reaction to something. Protocol might not have been followed, and was able to save his own life at the age of 9 by administering the medicine that he needed. And you always hope you never have a child in an emergency. Thank God he knew what to do. But it's movies like this that are really changing lives. We showed you a trailer earlier. So right now I want to give you a behind-the-scenes look at some of the amazing cast in Just Like You food allergies.
Hi, I'm August Maturo, and I play Zach in the film.
My name is Ava Kolker, and I play Aubrey in the film.
Hi, my name is Zana Montefar, and I play Lydia in the film.
Hi, I'm Tanner Zonhagen, and I'm playing Sam.
Zach is a boy like me who lives with life-threatening food allergies. Zach is invited to a birthday party by the girl of his dreams.
Aubrey's a very spunky, fun teenage girl who's best friends with Zach, and I think she secretly has a crush on him, and she gets a little bit jealous when he starts to have a little thing with Lydia, but above all, she just cares about him and wants him to be okay.
When he's there, he puts his life at risk by not speaking up about his food allergies.
So I play a character named Sam, and he is the bully in this film. He basically takes Zach's allergen and teases him with it because he's trying to stand up for his friend Lydia, and a whole fight goes down and it gets pretty ugly.
In the film, Zach is bullied with his food allergen, and he goes into anaphylactic shock.
So when he has this reaction, she's so frantic, she doesn't know what to do, and all she wants to do is be there for him and help him through it. And she gets very protective of him. Her claws come out when she finds out that Sam did all this.
So this role is kind of difficult because you never want to be looked at as like the bad guy or the aggressor, but in these situations, there are a lot of those type of people. 1/3 of kids living with food allergies report being bullied about them. And 43% of those kids say that they had their allergen waved in front of their face. And I feel like it was very important to shed a light on that. I'm grateful to be able to play that part.
One thing that I had no idea about is that cross contact is a thing. There's a whole scene about it, and Lydia really did have no idea about it. And also, I had no idea about it.
My favorite part of filming this movie is probably Working with Augie again, because that is just like so much fun for me, and it's been 6 years, so just being reunited with him, and I feel like when we work together it's just magic. And just being able to show people something that he struggles with on a daily basis, and how the people that are best friends of someone who have life-threatening food allergies, how they can help. And I love that I'm able to portray that.
There's so much bravery that goes into having food allergies, speaking up even, and telling people that there is a problem here and I can't just have anything. Especially, being a teen, it can be embarrassing. I think it's helped me understand what it's like to live with food allergies.
Not only is this movie going to be on the big screen, but it is also going to be in virtual reality, so anyone can put on their headset and actually attend the party with us and see what anaphylactic shock looks like.
What a reaction is like, what it can look like. It's very scary.
This film has changed my perspective of people living with food allergies.
This film will have a very positive impact on the world and potentially save lives.
We all have the same vision to create this piece for the world. It's important.
Doing another project with Augie is also so exciting, and especially something that I know that he has struggled with his whole life. Just the fact that he's able to put it into a film and really express it and be himself and be that vulnerable is so impressive to me, and just I'm very grateful that I'm able to be a part of that.
Such a cool behind-the-scenes look at Just Like You films, the food allergy films that we have been working on. It's really cool. Back here live at the NICKIS, we have an amazing musician who wrote the Just Like You theme song, Valerie Bailey. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, it's a wonderful night. There we go. Yes, it's a wonderful night.
We are so lucky to have you, and if the last name Bailey sounds familiar, it's because she's married to Philip Bailey of Earth, Wind, and Fire, so you're a musical duo.
Yes. Sometimes I do sing with the band, but tonight it's all about Just Like You Films and Jen and Nikki. I'm so happy to be a part of this. A childhood friend of mine, Bernie, Kathy Winston, she introduced me to Jen. We became fast friends, and I asked her, do you have a theme song for your film company? She said no, so God had already kind of inspired me to do it, so I just wrote it with one of my partners, Christopher Troy, and here we are tonight.
How long did it take you to compose the Just Like You theme song?
I guess a day. How it
comes to you?
Yeah, usually what happens is, I'll get a thought or a title, and then I just think of what's happening around whatever it is. Like I watched, some videos, talk to Jen, and then start the lyric process.
That's really cool. I always wonder how musicians are inspired, and the notes then just come to you.
Yeah, just kind of sing along with what is played out in my head. But the thing I do all the time is pray first, like, God, give me the words to say that'll touch people and make it, connect.
Well, it works. Thank you so much, and thank you for lending your talent and your time and being part of Just Like You Films. It's so special, and it's really nice to meet you.
Yes, I'm excited, and more projects to come. Hi, Jen.
Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you later. Enjoy your walk on the red carpet. And we have Amanda Welk, who is joining me now. And we spoke earlier to a Just Like You Films inspiration, who was inspired by Just Like You Films cancer, because she wishes movies like that were made when she had cancer. And joining me now is Amanda Welk, Children's Mercy Hospital Child Life Manager. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Can you tell me a little bit about what it is that inspired you with Children's Mercy Hospital to also get involved with Just Like You Films?
Well, we saw how amazing the burn video turned out, and so we reached out to our kids and asked what they wished that their friends knew about their diagnosis before they came back to school. And so they gave us that message, and we provided it.
And how have you seen things change over the years through the power of the films that Just Like You makes?
So the message is the same. Kids still want to be kids. They want to be treated the same. Hand washing is equally important now, and they still need support from their friends and families.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We are honored to have you be part of this, and we love Children's Mercy Hospital. We're with the University of Kansas Health System as well, working this red carpet. We work so closely with you guys, and it's just beautiful to see everyone here.
Thank you very much.
Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
I think it's about to start. We have, if I'm hearing the rumors correctly, the Nikki who inspired the Nikki Awards. Oh my gosh.
First off, I have to give you a hug.
I love this. Thank you so much for everything. I mean, what's it like to have an award show named after you?
It's amazing, and it's also inspiring.
Right. Well, when you
too.
When you first met Jen, Nikki Stang Johnson at Children's Mercy Hospital, you were treating a burn survivor, one of Jen's daughter's friends, a little girl. Caroline. And Caroline stars in Just Like You Burns. Did you ever dream that when you said to Jen, gosh, I wish there was a movie to let kids have a little window into how tough it is to come back into school after a bad burn, it would turn into something like this?
Nothing like this. We worked together. I thought, okay, we're going to work together to create one film that we can take out to the community and go see the kids of Kansas City and help them understand about burns. And this is absolutely amazing. I have chills right now because Jen is a mover and she is a believer in what is important for our kids in our community and across the nation. So it's so inspiring to be a part of this and to see where she has taken it.
How do you use the Just Like You Films burn movie now in your professional life? Do you play it for schools? Can you tell me a little bit about how it's shared?
Absolutely. So we're able to visit local schools, but a lot of our kids that come to Children's Mercy do not live in the Kansas City region. So we have a tool now to actually send with them to their schools that are not within close proximity to Children's Mercy. So being able to support kids and their reentry process and to deliver that to their teachers to be able to share so that they can be reintegrated into their school and feel like any other kid.
And then I got to ask you this just from a personal level. The NICKIS, when you see the big signs and your name's on the marquee, is that weird to be driving up to the Midland? And see?
I will say it is very weird because I do this because I love what I do as a child life specialist, and so the efforts are really bigger than just me, and it's about our community and taking care of our kids and bringing awareness, which Jen has done, and Just Like You Films has done, and all of the supporters in the community. So thank you.
Well, thank you, because the NICKIS wouldn't be the NICKIS without the Nikki.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you have an awesome night.
Thank you.
You look amazing, beautiful, beautiful inside out. Thank you so much, Nikki.
Thank you.
Have a great time. You can walk right in front of me, okay. Wherever you want to go. Get yourself a nice drink. And it looks like we have Betsy. Hi, Betsy. Okay, explain to our audience of what your role is with Just Like You Films.
Well, in October, I was so lucky to be named the executive director, and actually the first executive director of Just Like You Films.
It is such a powerful organization, and it's run almost entirely by women.
Women-run, women-owned, and we're really, really proud of that.
And to have an organization like this here in Kansas City, you don't just have national reach, you now have global reach. Your films are airing in health systems, hospital subway systems. It's airing in the subway system in Brazil?
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely. And actually we partner with an educational platform called ClickView, and we have viewership in Australia and Ireland and the UK regularly as well.
How lucky we are to have you with Just Like You Films and to have Just Like You Films based here in Kansas City. This is huge, and congratulations on such a successful event and a successful organization.
Wow.
Second annual.
Thank you for your support as well. We're so lucky to have this amazing team behind us. Without our donors and supporters here tonight, there would be no Just Like You Films. So tonight is very impactful for our future.
The University of Kansas Health System has a table here. We are so thrilled to support this event, and we're really thrilled to support Just Like You Films because we believe in the mission. And I served on the board of Just Like You Films. Yes. And I've never met a group of more awesome women and people. And then there are young people on the board. And I have 2 teenage boys, sophomores, talking about showing the movies at Rockhurst. So you're doing incredible things. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you to the support of the University of Kansas Health System, and to you, Alexis, and to all of our amazing supporters and viewers out there.
I hope you can just have a relaxing, awesome night and enjoy things.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great evening. This is amazing, and you guys, I think the red carpet is clear. no one else is coming in. All the action is that way because we're about to start the event. They're going to start kind of motioning people to head to their seats soon, and we're going to get started with this beautiful award show and gala and fundraising event for Just Like You Films. And if you're watching this right now, I know you're a supporter too because you tuned in to see this beautiful event. So we're going to take a break here on the red carpet, and we're going to play a little music and take a little break here, and then we're going to start the event. So stay with us because we have an amazing evening planned for you. So thrilled to be here, and thank you for allowing me to join you on the red carpet. It's been a pleasure. Have a great evening.